3.
The Kennel.
Yeah, we out here, man.
Podcast.
Kennel Podcast.
What up, Black? Shout out all the people who want to Kennel. All the hosts. Let's get it. The illest podcast out, no doubt. We the hosts with
Shout out to Platinum BVS, Chris Burnham, Dr. Carter.
Musical.
This is the Kennel Podcast, man.
For the streets, we coming with man heat. Craig Knox, Riz Burner, and me. Platinum BVS and Black Elo King. The moral of the story is the Kennel's a threat. Since me and all my dogs, we coming up, nigga.
Yeah. Back at it again, man. The Kennel Podcast, WCMD Media. No bark.
All bite.
No bark.
All bite.
Yeah, we right back, man. It's your boy Craig Lynch. I'm here with Black BEVERLY.
What up, you know?
Yo, man. First off, we're going to get right into it. Last week was crazy.
Woo!
We had the basketball draft cast.
Nice.
2022. Man, shout out to everybody involved, man. Riz Burner, Platinum BVS, Turnpike Shooters, the whole crew. We got a basketball tournament with artists, comedians, singers. You know, we got it all, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Atlantic City, New Jersey. Date, address coming soon. We got it locked in, though. Everything's 100% locked. Shout out to all the team. Draft was crazy. It was one of the best times we had on here.
Platinum Pig.
Happy birthday, Platinum BVS all day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we live, man. The Kennel Podcast, YouTube, Facebook. Man, we've been busting our ass, Black, for real. We've been really, really getting busy trying to put on every type of show for y'all.
Hard work pay off, baby.
But before we got into the WCMD media situation, we had this show lined up at a location. The location didn't work out. Everything that's happening right now is meant to happen right now. So this is the event where we get to chill, Black. We get to chill and enjoy ourselves and really not really have to worry about shit. We wanted to dip into this comedy bag, you know, like I grew up around some comedians that I know. Me as Craig Lynch for my 30th birthday, I had a roast. It was called the Roast of Craig Lynch. I had the boy Dave Dudley come through and, you know what I mean, rip me. It was a good time. So I wanted to get in this comedy lane, and what better to do it with my guy, man, CLDM. So we in the building, man. Shout out to my man Sunfire the Great, La Luz Vegan Cafe, Saturday, April 16th, man.
April 16th.
313 Warren Street, parking. We got liquor, we got weed, we got vendors, we got laughing stock.
Beverly,
yeah, man. So, you know, like I said, man, there's a couple guys that I wanted to reach out to. Reached out to my guy, Tyron Fly. Said, yo, man, I know you know some comedians. What's up? He said, of course, man. My guy, Billy the Kid, is that guy. So we in the building. Make some noise for my guy, Billy the Kid, man. We here. Thanks for having me. Thanks, you know what I mean? Thanks for coming out, Bill. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. No, thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, pretty good, man. So how's everything, man? Talk to the people. Tell me who you are, where you from.
Hey, man, you know, my name is, comedian name is Billy the Kid. You know, I come out of Trenton, New Jersey. Currently in Willingboro now, you know, but I'm definitely familiar with all of the area, all of the comedians, you know, so we're gonna get into that. Shout out to my boy Tyrant, man, you know, that's my ace. That's my ace right there.
Yeah,
and,
shout out to Tyron Fly, man. He's that guy.
Yeah. I told him that he my top 5. He definitely in my top 5 as far as battle rappers.
Man. He's been rolling with us. He's been, you know, doing a lot of things with us in the company. So, yeah, and I was telling people that's how I met you. So that's what's up, man.
Yeah. So
Detroit, New Jersey.
So I'm here, man. So I'm excited to be on the podcast. Excited about the show. All of that.
Thank you, man. We're excited to have you. Like I said, this is a new lane for us. You know what I'm saying? That we're getting into. So, what's one thing you could say, man? How long you been doing comedy, and how do you feel about comedy as a whole right now in today's age?
Man, listen, y'all, I've been doing comedy since 2010. And it's been raw, raunchy, rugged. You know what I'm saying? I done did the crevices from the holes in the walls, from the bars to like anywhere from 7 people, anywhere from 7 people to 700 people. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't hit the thousands. I ain't hit the thousands mark yet, but I'm on my way to that. Man, I did comedy shows with everybody from the movie Paper Soldiers, except Kevin Hart. You know.
Okay. Well, all right. Yeah, that's deep.
I feel like at one point I was on his heels, but there's a lot of us that could say that. Again, Pretty Smile should have been here tonight, and he
shout out to Pretty Smiles, man. All
yeah,
day.
He rubbed elbows. He rubbed elbows with Kevin Hart back in the day as well.
Wow.
You know
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Pretty Smiles and them was a little bit. They was closer to that element than I was.
Philly.
Like I was kind of, I was just coming in, man. But shout out to all the Philly, comedians.
That's dope, man.
That's my
just
second
the way you
home.
talk about it, experience. Man, I love it. See,
that's my second.
Me, I'm an experience in the comedy lane. So when you got a comedian up here saying, "Look, man, I put in them years."
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. You know,
Hey,
it's just
listen.
getting me so excited.
And
about
I
shit,
mean,
right?
and it's
Like,
taking a change. It's taking a change now, man. I just hope that nobody gets intimidated by it, man. Because of course, like we all got to talk about the infamous slap. You know what I mean? Heard around the world. You know, at the
of
Oscars,
course,
man.
we
But
definitely get into that.
but shout out to all the comedians, man. That's saying what it is and what it ain't. You know what I mean? So I listen to Steve Harvey every morning.
Yeah.
And Steve
Harvey's
so,
against it, right?
So they asked so Steve said I can name at least 3 comedians who you wouldn't have smacked. So Shirley and them was like, well, name 3 of them. He said, well, none of the kings. He said, you weren't smacking none of the kings of comedy. At the end of the day, man, you got Chicago, Ohio, you got Compton, just them 3 alone. You know, and that's all the kings of comedy right there. Like you wasn't smacking that one of them. So Steve was like, he said, as soon as he turned his back, he said, I would have kicked him down them steps. He said he would have made it faster down them steps than he would have made it up them steps, man. So but
how you feel though? You feel like it was a rigged situation? Do you feel like it was scripted? Do you feel like,
man, nah, listen, man, I ain't even
from
one
the comedian standpoint?
I ain't even one of them people that go. I ain't even one of them people that understand both points of view. I ain't, man. I'm gonna get straight to the point, man. Jada Pinkett is a narcissist, man. She's a huge narcissist, and I feel like she's really affecting that boy's life. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of the decision making and stuff that this boy been doing, you know, all been centered around her. You know what I'm saying? Got him crying in public
Toxic,
every time he turned around, he crying in public, all this other stuff, man. and a lot of people that was stepping up saying, you know, like he wasn't wrong, or you know, he was defending his wife. He know he was wrong. He know he was dead ass wrong. That's why, you know, he coming out more and more, man. But dead ass wrong, man. And I felt some type of way, man, because I'm like, man, you know, Chris Rock, small, man, he frail. The man had his hands behind his back. I mean, bro, he started the joke. He started the joke with "I love you, Jada." He said that first. He said, "I love you, Jada."
I love you, Jada.
But he said, G.I. Jane too,
man.
man. Can't we, man? Simple ass joke, man. How did that warrant you walking up? How?
And it's crazy. And what I don't like is they really trying to criticize comedians now. Like maybe try to censor people out. Are you fucking kidding me? This is comedy.
Hey, real
This is comedy.
Real quick, man. Shout out to the biggest Philly comedian that I know, man, who's in my top 5 alive, man. My man Tyrese Top Flight, man. If y'all know about Top Flight, get up on Top Flight.
Shout out to Top Flight, man. Maybe we can have him over on the left.
Hey, look, man. Hope so. He actually streaming on Tubi now, man. So my man is stepping it up. Yo, his schedule is crazy, man. He ain't gonna be nowhere near home for the month of April. I mean, from April, and I believe he's out of town now. From April 1st to the 30th, man, he's everywhere. He is everywhere, man. From Arizona to Cali to Nevada to, you know, all of that, man. And he's from out of Philly.
Shout out to my guy, man.
Definitely my top 5, man. One of my predecessors in this thing right here, man. And I follow his every move, like everything that like same way, like you're coming. Like you're looking at me like for that guidance, whatever. Like there's people that I look to as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that put me to where I'm at now. You know, so
really like lane this comedy thing.
Hey, listen, like somebody asked me that. Bro, listen, all I need is the platform. Like I've been beating Trenton in the head, Philly too. I've been popping them in the head, man, with jokes, man. They know my work, man. So I'm like, yo, if you give me the right resources and put me like in these places, you know, with these people, I'm gonna make it do what it do.
Yeah, you already know. And now Beverly, New Jersey's about to get hit with it. Beverly the kid,
absolutely,
man.
Yeah.
Laughing stock,
I'm not coming to play, man. You know, whether it's 30 people or whether it's 300 people, like you're gonna get quality, you know, entertainment. Like I don't come to play around. I ain't gonna stutter, stumble, fumble, all that, man. Listen, I would tame anything down. I've been working my way. Love you too, bro. I've been working my way. You know, he's one of the ones, you know, that told me like tackle like my weak points, and I felt like ever since I tackled my weak point, I'm like, what the hell is my weak point? What the hell is my weak points? And then I learned like outdoors was tough for me and bars were tough for me. And now, like you ask me, I'm like, ain't a damn thing tough for me. Put me wherever you want to put me. You know what I mean? Like whether it's,
I mean, you're busy.
Yeah. You know, so
the kid, I'm stamping my name out here.
I see now. Like I see
That's
exactly.
why we're so honored to have you, man. So tell the people, I mean, how did you even get into comedy? How long you been doing this?
Man, listen. So I've been doing comedy since 2010, and it's crazy because I rapped first. And me and Tyrant got this. Tyrant he got the best of both worlds with me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people that know me for rapping don't know I do comedy. A lot of people that knew me for comedy never knew I rap. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way I could come on this podcast and be quiet. There's no way I could have came up here and been. The crazy part about it is I rap and do comedy, but outside I'm a private person. Ain't that something?
Yeah, you just.
You know what I mean? Like, listen, outside of all of that, I ain't gonna say I'm anti-social, but I love
independent, man.
Yeah, I love just being by
Yeah,
myself.
I can
That's
doing
the
my
best
own
thing
thing.
nowadays anyway.
Exactly.
Yo, for real.
Yep.
Hey, liver. But so I was working on an album. I did an album back in 2003. I was in my early 20s. I had completed the whole album. It was like 3 songs. It's 12 songs, and I did it all like 3 songs at a time. But then 3 songs took me a good year or so, just perfecting it, getting it right in the studio time. So the guy that gave me the studio time, Tyrone Chrome Miller, well, he was rapping and stuff too, so he had switched the lane up, he was hosting these comedy shows. And I remember I went there with my demo. I'm like, yo, he was like, nah, man, he's like, this ain't the time that I'm on right now. It's like, I want some comedy stuff. So he was like, you should try it because you've always been funny, since school, whatever.
Try it out. It's just crazy.
And shows was only once a month. It was once a month. And I might have went to like 3 shows. We talked like a 3-month span. So when he asked me, I'm like, nah, I ain't getting up there. So I watched how I went. The next month, he asked me, I said, nah, I'm gonna chill, watch how I went. So now we like 3 months in, but I'm taking notes. Like throughout that time, I'm taking notes. So he said, I got this event coming up that's called Commentary. And as soon as he said it, it instantly became easy to me because he was like, the way he explained it, he said, you can either do comedy or you can do poetry, but it's gonna be set up like Wild 'N Out. So you might have a comic versus comic or comedian versus poet, but whoever got the best material, they advance, whatever. So I'm like, all right, bet. So
that's a lot.
I said, I want to do both.
Everybody can do that, yo.
I said, I'm gonna merge both together. I'm just gonna do a funny poem because it's commentary. I'm like, because what helped me is I knew how to rap, so I knew how to write it rhyme.
Yeah.
That's all I got to do is just write a funny poem. So I came up with this poem that was called Bad Breath Syndrome. And as I'm writing it, I'm laughing. As I'm writing it to myself, I'm laughing. So I ran it back. I wrote it down, ran it back to people, man. Like they were laughing. So I'm like, all right, man, I'm about to take this up on stage. I went. And I went up against this dude, man, and he had the smooth poem to reach the ladies. And I mean, ladies was feeling them. And, I went up there, man. Of course, I'm in home court, because he in home court too. But, I'm in Trenton, it just seemed like the momentum and energy was just geared for me. Went there and shut it down. I shut it the hell down with the poem. And so he had some fans that was really trying to help him advance. You know what I mean? Because I knew I knocked it out the park. So he had muscles. He was a muscular dude. So one of the ladies came up on stage and took off his shirt. So the women start going crazy. So his ovation got a little louder than mine. Mm-hmm. But my peoples wasn't about to have that. You know what I mean? So
you gotta be funny.
Hey, listen, I can't even say all my peoples. I can't even say all my peoples because at the end of the day, it was raw talent. It was raw talent that beat him. So when they put the hand back over me and the crowd went crazy, you know what I mean? So I knocked him out of the round, you know what I mean? So I went on, to advance for my team. And that's how I learned how to write jokes because I said, okay, it's basically, because I just did a funny poem. I said, now I got to use that same element and not make it rhyme, basically. Mm-hmm. Like just come up with the ideas in my head, like whatever I think is funny to me, which a lot, like 90, 80, at least 90% of my jokes are true about true events that happen. Like, I don't animate, like I don't animate nothing. Like the other 10% is the way I act it out. But everything that I say is basically true, or has happened, or will be happening to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
It's a whole different process of writing and other than rapping. So that's what's up, man. Billy the Kid, the comedian. This is the Kennel podcast.
Shout out Aaron. She said I've been watching them roast since middle school. So that, like you see it right there.
Yeah,
my
bring
comments.
the guys out, man. Yeah, we're gonna need you for laughing stock too, baby.
They've been watching me. They've been watching me do this since middle school, man. And that's where I really learned. That's where I really learned. You know what I mean? Through middle school, because I used to have a bully, and he used to crack on me. And his name, rest his soul, man. My boy Corey Henley. Corey was a savage. Corey was and I'm saying this out of endearment, but he didn't care where I was or who I was with. I could be with my mom taking groceries in, and he, man, in front of my mom, like all of that. She don't know. She all dumb and naive. Right, she don't know what's going on. I mean, he would roast me in front of teachers, all of that, man. And it was to the point to like where I wanted to fight, but I ain't had no reason to hit him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I only believe in probably hitting somebody that hit me or defending myself or something. But I'm like, I can't hit him over words. But I came in school one day, man, and something snapped in me, and I wound up using his momentum against him because he was real loud, and he had to make sure everybody listened to him, get you. So the only way to beat him was to get louder than him. So I got loud, and I wouldn't let him get a word in. So I was like, "Look at your shirt." He tried, "No, look at your pants." He tried, I'm like, "Look at your shoes." And he tried, I'm like, "No, look at." And I shut him down. And by the end of it, he just stood there looking crazy. And it's like he allowed me to win. You know, like the look on his face, because we became like brothers after that. It was like, got it. Like, you finally got it. Like, I can't bully you no more. Yeah, you damn right. So, like, I mean, and it's crazy because, you know, he, like, again, like I said, he was a bully. And I say this, you know, out of endearment now, but like, I had people come up to me later on in life that was like, yo, like, our bus was cool. Like, we had the coolest bus. And I always wanted to sit in the back, but I didn't want to sit in the back because I thought y'all was going to get on me. And I felt bad about, you know, from who I was hearing this from, because he was such a good dude. I said, man, never. I would never roast somebody who can't help themselves, or like I would, you know, I help, like I sat with nerds, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I sat with nerds, man. Like, I ain't discriminated against nobody, man. Like, whether you was nerd, whether you was gothic, whatever. Like, I'm me. You know, who I was. Like, anytime I walk into the room, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, I kind of took that to heart, man, because I'm like, damn, like you let a whole school year go by. And you had to sit, like you want to sit in the back, but you're like, nah, man, because they going to get me. I'm like, nah, man, I wouldn't have got you, man. I would have got somebody for getting you, basically.
That's how far you go back with this shit, man. Billy the Kid, we in the building, Trenton, New Jersey. Like I said, man, Laughing Stock, April 16th. La Luz Vegan Cafe. We're going to get into this intermission.
Hold on. Let me get a question real quick.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, so you did shows with Rashawn Reese? Yeah.
Rashawn Reese.
He's a comedian from up north, Jersey. I see you got something coming up with him though.
Hey, okay. That one also on the 16th.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So I've been in the same room as him. Like, we don't have each other's number in our phone or nothing. But I have seen him, and in recent times, he's a beast. Yes. He is a beast. Yeah. So I'm honored. And you know what? And I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, and I don't never toot my own horn or pat myself on the back. But when I see another, like, who I think is hilarious or who I think is a beast, automatically I think, oh, this show don't stand a chance. I'm like, yeah, that crowd ain't gonna stand it, because whoever go first, whether he go first and I follow him, or whether I go first and he follow me, y'all better space us apart, because somebody gonna need an ambulance coming out of there. Like, listen,
I got Smokey on that event too.
Bro, listen.
That's gonna be crazy.
Listen. I'm trying to tell you, they need to space us apart. What y'all don't want to do is have us back to back, because somebody gonna need an ambulance or an oxygen machine up in there. Okay, y'all, listen. What y'all see on stage ain't nothing. Do you understand? Because we already know what we're gonna say. Smoke know what he's gonna say. So like some of his jokes, man, boy, you come backstage if you want to. Come backstage if you want to, and you will need.
In the future, he'll get back
there. All type of inhalers. Listen, because I got asthma. I'm like, listen, I'm like, look, you need somebody. You need some air. Like, bro, listen.
Shout out to the
man, yo, Nina, and that's a shout out to my girl Nina Dawkins, man. She's doing that event, but yo, if she's smart, she would not put us back to back, because I already know, like, I know what I'm gonna do to them. I know what Smoke gonna do to them. I know what Reese gonna do. I'm like, yeah, like, yo, that crowd don't stand a chance, man.
That's some great comedians.
Like, yo, like even the lineup that we got here, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know most of them, but I already know, like with me and Pretty Smiles, I'm like, he's gonna make it do what it do. You know what I mean? Like, but it's crazy because we only do shows with each other like once every 3 years, but we find each other inside each other's same company, man. And you're a friend of me too, but I'm gonna send you a friend request, man, if you're watching this.
But no doubt, that's what I'm saying. Though, shout out to the whole lineup.
Yeah,
the lineup's
that's
crazy.
Gonna be a good show.
Shout out to my guy Andy Coke too, man. He be cooking too, so he got some things out. But shout out to the whole lineup. April 16th, La Luz Vegan Cafe, man. We here with Billy the Kid, man.
Oh wait, hold on. Somebody said they want to see y'all on the camera, so they want to see
what's up, man? CLDM Entertainment, the Kennel Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna go into our first intermission. We're here with Billy the Kid, Trenton, New Jersey. The Laughing Stock, man.
You can always call in.
Always call in, man. 856-964-9263. That's 856-964-9263. This is the Kennel Podcast. No bark.
All bite.
Yeah, we in there, baby. Let's go.
Word.
The Kennel, we here. New podcast. Exclusive up, Black. Shout out all the people who on the Kennel. Let's get it. The illest podcast out, no doubt. We the whole
cards.
With clout, everybody yap about. From top to sports, music of all sorts. Doing this for the streets, we coming with mad heat.
Oh yeah.
Let the BBS, black emo shit. The moral of the story is the Kennel backstage. It's me on my dog.
Man, bro, listen, that's where the magic happens. That's where the magic happens, man. Backstage,
Hey,
man.
look, it's funny how you say that story. Man. You tell that story. I'm sitting here bugging because every nigga I know be like, bro, don't you try comedy, bro?
Yeah. Listen, hey, yo, now that I'm sitting in the comedy seat, there are brothers that I say that to, but they don't want to take that leap. I'm like, you funny, like you got it, bro. So
I'm like, yo, that's something different. My shit just natural. I just be bugging out.
if you could channel that, you sitting on a gold mine, man. Like, cause you might be the one to catapult all of them.
Small steps towards creating a soldier guys. It's time
Man, we gonna cover a lot because I'm gonna tie a lot of the stories into, you know what I mean? I'm gonna tie a lot of, I'm trying to cover as much as I can in this short period of time, man.
I probably could charge 5. I got videos from every show with my archive. I need to take that fan to carry a hard drive. Like your other stocks, baby. You gotta watch them with a hawk eye. You ain't gotta have a thought eye. Got that finish with a start vibe. You never low bomb me. I'm sitting
Billy the Kid, hold the line.
Oh, nice.
Billy the Kid, hold the line out.
It's more like a mind state.
Come on, man. That's fine.
Something, man. Shout out to my sister.
You never low bomb me.
My
I'm
sister,
sitting courtside.
help me out with the idea.
It's hard. We got let's talk. We're gonna talk afterwards. Yeah, we got.
I'm trying to step it up. I'm trying to step it up a little bit, man. You know, I got
I'm sitting courtside vision. In the morning, it's
Don't tell nobody though. Don't tell nobody. I got business cards now. All right, it's on the low. It's on the low for now. I need to screenshot it. Screenshot it or something. You know what I mean? Because not a lot of people going like,
shallow when it comes to the trash. Waist deep, and now I'm hearing voices trying to make peace. Mine state Corona full of baking soda.
Make sure y'all come out and check my guy out, man. 314 Orange Street, Beverly, New Jersey. The laughing stock. Billy the Kid. Check New Jersey. Come on, man. Come laugh with us.
a lot of y'all, man, y'all come get a double dose with me, man, because y'all know where I'm starting out. I ain't gonna put the momentum on that one. It's about this show. Y'all know where I'm starting out. Y'all can start at that one and follow me over to this one and see me all over again. Might even say a bunch of different jokes too, right? Might not even go. I never know who's gonna be in the crowd.
So we got some jokes tonight, and we're gonna get into it, man. I'm trying to laugh.
You never low ball me. I'm sitting courtside
all day, baby. Come on.
Billy the Kid, business cards again.
Corona Lamone.
So
it's like a mind state.
That's gonna be the only time in the public
I'm sitting
see my business cards because I was advised. Sorry,
really
I was
appreciate y'all, man.
not to put them online.
We created a wave. We created a monster.
But
y'all right here.
So if y'all seen that, y'all privileged. If y'all just seen my business cards,
you can never lowball me.
In a privileged position because
I'm sitting courtside.
Y'all really the first people on public to see him.
Corona Lamone shit. Yeah.
Ralph said, "I'm back." He said, "I'm back, bro." Like, look, he gonna mess around, and be part of the show.
It's gonna be a great event.
THC Lemonade in the building.
And so shout out to I got London tuned in. Daniela, what's up, Daniela? All the way from United Kingdom.
Happy birthday, Platinum BDS, man.
Happy birthday.
We'll be back.
All work pay off.
We'll be back shortly after the break, y'all.
Kennel soon we'll be paying for you, heard? Killing with the love. It's all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazines. Let's get it.
Thank you.
All of this grinding, all of this hustling. No more nickel and diming. All of this grinding, all of this hustling.
That's BDS. Happy birthday.
Ralph, we'll shout you out.
All of this hustling. Shout you out. All of this grinding, all of this hustling. Now my niggas are shining.
Tamir, what up? J. Will.
No more nickel and diamond. We take it off, baby. Shining.
Aaron.
This is the first of the month. BBS 6 we come.
It'll be a great show, man. I'm excited.
Jersey, the place where I'm from. Making mistakes on done. I'm off to go flip it and have fun. Shorty is gifted at twisting the blunt. She let me hit it as much as I want. Dropping the top on the coupe and I stun. Pull off the skirt, it's me and my gun. Shorty is gifted at twisting the blunt. She let me hit it as much as I want. Dropping the top on the coupe and I stun. Pull off the skirt, it's me and my gun. All of this grinding, all of this hustling, no more nickel and diamond. All of this grinding, all of this hustling, now my niggas is shining. All of this grinding, all of this hustling, no more nickel and diamond.
We got a phone call out of nowhere. The Kennel Podcast. Who's calling? Platinum VVS. We just got done playing all this grinding. Happy birthday, my boy. I love it. We appreciate you. It's definitely your birthday. Enjoy your night. We wish you was here, but enjoy your night, man. You deserve it, brother. Thanks for everything you do, man.
You already know, man. Shout out to Blank. Shout out to Luke. Shout out to Craig Lynch, man. That's the gang. You already know what it is. We're representing all day, every day. And we always with each other. We always got each other back. Ain't no slacking. We stay going at it. And that's just what it is.
That's it.
Shout out to everybody who won the live. We're looking at my boys. Please support, share the live, y'all. Make sure y'all tune in next week. I'm in there. I'm in the building with a comedian who's gonna be fired. You already know.
Carrie Hughes.
Craig on hold it down around the phone. You know what it is, man. We here, baby.
We here. Give one shout out to our guest, man, Billy the Kid, man.
Oh, shout out. You said who in the building?
Stand-up comedian Billy the Kid. Shout him out.
Oh, shout out Billy the Kid. You already know Platinum BBS got your back. Keep working, keep killing them. You know how it is. And we always on deck for you. So whenever you want to come back and talk to us again while Platinum in the building. I gotta see you, so you gotta come back.
You already know. Appreciate you.
That double up, because we about to go ahead and make it pop, baby.
Happy birthday, my boy.
Yo, turn up, man.
Turn up tonight. Be safe. Get home safe, man.
To the Kennel every week, and that's that, man.
Hey yo, no Bart.
All right, baby.
Yeah, we out of here, baby.
All right. You know what it is. No barking at all. We here.
All right, Pete.
Be safe.
You too. One out, baby.
Yo,
all right.
Yo, he had a whole energy.
Oh yeah, that's our guy.
That was
He's
energy.
usually here every Friday, but it's his
Yeah.
birthday. He's gonna go
Yeah.
enjoy it. That's the guy, man.
Hey, man.
But shout out to Platinum VVS. Happy birthday. Thanks for calling in. But yeah, for those who are just joining in, man, we got Billy the Kid here, man. Trenton, New Jersey, stand-up comedian. You know what I'm saying? Chilling, man. Got into his career, how he got into it. You know, bullying cats, got into the Will Smith shit. Now I want to ask you right from the rip, man. Being that you've been in it almost a decade, longer than a decade, who's your favorite comedian, man? Like straight up, who's Billy the Kid's favorite? Who's one of the inspirations that makes you want to keep going?
Tony Roberts. Tony Roberts, yeah. Like a lot of people I know underground, but they my top five. Like Tony Roberts, Tony Baker, Rob Stapleton.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Michael Blackson, you know, like the ones like you kind of hear their name now. You know what I mean? Like now you kind of hear their name, but they been killing them. Yeah.
Shout out to Michael Blackson. I actually know his nephew Dane. Shout out to Dane Blackson.
Yeah, that's the last show. That was one of the last major shows I did was with Michael Blackson.
Michael Blackson. All right.
Yeah. And he was
on all upcoming shows.
Yeah,
he was a fan of mine.
We want to come out and support you.
Yo, Michael Blackson was a real fan of mine, man. Yo, I never listen, and I ain't fabricating at all, man. But Michael Blackson put the camera to me and was just like, yo, like he basically let me know that like sometimes the funny people need funny people to watch. You know what I mean? And you one of them, you know. So
that's dope.
I appreciated that.
To get that plug from Mike, that's huge, man. So
we talked a lot.
Definitely getting jiggy with the shit, man. We got Billy the Kid here. So, man, this is the Kennel Podcast. We going some funny shit. We here with a stand-up comedian, man. So we have a segment called "Send Them to the Doghouse," man. So who in this world you want to send to the doghouse? Who's
Who
fucking
you
up?
sending to
Who's
the dog
fucking
house?
up, Billy? Who's really
man,
good? Man,
listen, yo.
who needs to sit in that doghouse kennel,
Instantly
man?
right now, man. Will Smith, man.
Will Smith.
Take your ass. Take
Say
your
Will
ass to the
Smith
kennel,
to the
man.
kennel.
Like, yeah, for word, man.
Send him to the kennel. I
Yeah,
love
like
it.
man, like what
This is
are you
that shit,
doing?
man.
Like man, like yo, like he messing it up for people, man. Like you know, then you got other people questioning our comedian safe. Yes, we're safe, man. Like that happened to Chris Rock, and shout out to him, man, because he had so much composure. He conducted himself awesome, man. But bro, I would have threw the microphone at the back of Will's neck, man.
Yeah.
What?
That's why he ain't
Well, that's why he's getting sent to the doghouse. And I agree.
Yeah. So
I agree. It's the
that's
first
what I'm
time on our show, Black, where we got the same people. I'm sending Will Smith to the doghouse. Now, who you sending to the doghouse this week?
Jada.
That's what you gotta pay attention to. See, what they not paying attention
Send Jada to that shit.
Hell yeah.
Everybody, the thing is, you need the view of her face when all that shit was going on.
Yeah.
What ticked him off, yo? Like,
It's
her
funny.
yeah,
expression.
he see her, she was, you feel me? He looked at her
Man.
like, and then
They showed some footage,
I don't
which is
think it
probably
happened.
down now, but they showed footage from the back of Jada. And after Chris said he smacked the shit out of me, she was laughing like it was a part of the show. And she was cracking.
Yeah,
So she evil.
Listen,
She
man,
toxic.
Both of them go sit in
Yeah.
that kennel, man.
Yep.
Like, word
Both
up,
of them
man.
getting sent to
Hey,
the
Yo,
sit
I
their
feel
ass
like his
no
family,
food, no water.
especially his mom and them. I think his mom and them like you should have been left that goddamn girl.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like she, man, ever since she been there, like, you know what I mean? Because I don't know.
Now
man.
this guy might get an Oscar taken from everything, man. So it's like it could be real. But so they're sitting in the kennel anyway, so they can enjoy that little trophy and their little movie and their
both
money.
of them, both of
I
them.
mean, stop doing some nut shit, man. Stop then crying about it afterwards, saying you're sorry. Stop. Say sorry to Chris Rock.
Immediately.
Yeah,
after.
say sorry to Chris Rock, bro. You just came up and violated the man national fuck because he's a comedian. Nah, my man gets that right to say what he wants to say. They chose him.
Absolutely, yeah.
They chose Chris Rock to be there. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing Oscars for what, 20 years? Like, come on, bro.
basically,
Guy's
man.
a legend, man. Will, take a seat, man. We already know what you do, man. Will, take a seat, man.
Yeah, and take a joke, man,
That's
because
Muhammad Ali.
Take
That's all the movies he played.
Yeah, we
Like,
know what
yeah,
you do behind the scenes too, though. Will, take a seat.
Take
Take a seat, man. It's not a conspiracy. You be bugging out, bro.
yeah, man, sit your ass in that kennel,
Yeah,
man.
you sit in that kennel.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fire, but man, Billy the Kid, man, we here. Oh man, so
Sure, yeah, whatever y'all got for me, man, throw it at me.
yeah. So
Let's hear
like you
some.
said, working hard, man. We gonna get into that. Working hard, doing what you're doing for over a decade plus. Who's that one person? Name your dog, man. Name that one dog, that hard worker that's around Billy the Kid, that's just in your career, man. That pushes you, that makes you do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Man, and my guy, top flight.
Top flight. All right,
yeah,
thanks.
top flight.
Shout out to Top Flight, man.
'Cause I'm
Dog,
always,
man, working
I'm
hard. baby.
always looking over on his side of the gate because he reminds me that I gotta water my own stuff. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's too many people out there that try to duplicate the next person's grass down to a T. You know what I mean? But it's like, well, working that person's yard might not work for your yard. You know what I mean? So like I'm learning my stuff along the way. You know what I mean? So like I see it as inspiration. You know what I mean? So like while he's watering, I'm putting down fertilizer. When he's like doing the crops and stuff, then I'm decorating. You know what I mean? Like inside my own lane, man. Because at the end of the day, man, like I want to take the no handout approach. Like I don't feel like nothing should be handed out or given to me. Like because I actually seen this dude transition into the position that he's in now. Like I remember tapping him, waking him up. You know, like yo, you next. You know what I mean? To now he got to stay awake to catch a flight. You know what I mean?
Top Flight,
yeah. So
that's dope. That's your
fun.
dog, yeah. So
That's
that's cool, man. Everybody in the career always has that one person that just, you know what I mean? That
Yeah,
you got to bark at him and
right
really
now.
show love. So that's what's up, man. So I wanted to ask you, man, like, how do you go about it? Like your first time ever going on stage? Like, how do you, nerves is rocking? Like, how do you go about? So say if you come in, you don't get a reaction right away. Like, how do you improvise as you go? Like, what kind of mind state do you have as you
Yo,
go?
here go
That's,
better.
you know what I mean? Because I'm
Did
trying to
you
get in
ever
the
bomb
loop.
anywhere before?
Crazy part is like no, and when I was close to it, when I was close to bombing, I was early. I was early in my career, and what I did was I tried to write my jokes on my hand. Like I tried to write them real small, and even though they didn't know I was doing that, like they could tell a rookie. You know what I mean? Like especially a rowdy crowd. It's like a shark smelling blood and water, and that was this in particular table. And it was full of girls. And they start going in. They like, out there on stage. So I'm like, yo, chill. I'm like, I'm trying to tell them work with me, and even then I'm freestyling because I'm interacting with them. I'm trying to get back to where I'm going. So I told them, I said, listen, if I get into this next joke and y'all say boo and y'all make me forget where I'm going, I'm turning my attention to your table. And before I could say anything, the girl, she was like, boo. And I stepped off stage and the light followed me. And I went straight to their table and I just, and I tore up this one in particular, man. So I remember somebody coming up to me and I remember the dude came up to me, my man Kyle, he was like, hey, bro, he said, did you say her hairline like a Batman symbol? I said, bro, I don't even remember, but he was rolling. And when I was done, so like when the show was over and the music was going and everything, all of the women came walking across the dance floor to me. So I'm like, oh, they about to jump me. So, but it's crazy, right? Because I'll never forget this. What the girl did. Oh, so mind you, I didn't bomb because of the fact I started cracking on them. That's what I had to go back to what I knew. Yeah. That had everybody laughing. So they come up to me and I had a button-up shirt. I'll never forget this. So one of the girls pulled my collar and looked down. She was like, he got a tank top on, y'all. He good. Because they was like, you ain't had no tank top and you had a button-up shirt. We was going to roast you. So, you know, I felt bad, though, because the girl, because the girl I was tearing up, she was like, but it wasn't even me. Like, I wasn't even, like, you went on me the hardest. I'm like, look, the spotlight was in my face. All of y'all look the same. Once I heard the voice, I'm like, yo, listen, like, yo, you look guilty. So I tore your ass up. I'm like, yo, you look guilty. You know what I mean?
So you didn't bomb, you mean you improvised.
Yeah. And then I learned early on to make diverse jokes because like I came up like in the crevices in the trenches, you know, nothing but the hood. Mm-hmm. I knew eventually I would be inside like more upper scale places, or like I would have to have clean comedy. You know what I mean? Like whether I would be in front of kids, whether I would be in front of like I did an all women group home. I did a women's shelter. That was one of the highlights. And what's crazy is that was a clean show. And like 2 months later, I was going to this quick check. It was a couple months later. I was just leaving the movie theater. I'll never forget this. And I was just leaving the movie theater, and I go to the quick check to go get some gas. And one of the girls was, you know, she had, you know, graduated out of there. She kind of got emotional. You know, she was like, you was the comedian. She was like, you came to the woman's space. You know, and she was like, yo, like you was so funny, and she was getting all emotional, and I'm sitting with the biggest smile on my face, and hey, look, right, so when everything was said and done, I look over and my lady's just standing there. She like, what? Yo, I'm like, how do you take that moment? Like it was a genuine moment.
It just took it somewhere else. Oh man, I go through that.
Yo, man, it stole my thunder, man. Straight stole my thunder. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like,
no, but that's cool to have diverse and like being a comedian that's around that could have that clean comedy wherever. You know what I'm saying?
So I need something for all angles. Yeah, for everybody, man.
And come on, yeah. And as
far as nervous is like, yo, like my predecessor, the one that got me into comedy, told me I wound up stepping him. I was like, yo, I said I still get nervous going on stage, you know, doing shows. And he was like, that's a good thing. He was like, always stay hungry, like always keep your nervousness, because it's that moment where you feel like you got it that, you know what I mean, it backfire. And that's when comedians bomb. Like, don't ever go in there feeling like, no matter what show I have, I never go in there feeling like I got it like that. Or I know I'm just going to knock them down. Like, nah, it's always work. It's always work. None of that come easy.
That's crazy, yeah. That's.
I know that shit ain't easy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm so new into it. I'm just trying to learn the mindset of comedian going into a show, because as an artist standpoint, you know, it's all about material. Remembering material, delivering the material.
Because I mean, I have a tough crowd. Like I ain't going bomb, but I have a tough crowd. Like where I mean, like I had to work to get them last. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the girl in the back had the ice grill. I did my best. She was still mad, and then her man wanted to fight, and I, you know, had to switch it up and get off. But I mean, it's all strategy. It's all strategy. Just working the room, and you know, what I mean, attacking my weak points, and you know, just paying homage to my strong points.
Dope, man. Dope. I'm not sure if y'all seen it. The boy goes around Instagram and says, "Make me laugh. I'll give you $100." I'm looking forward to for y'all motherfuckers to run in the Billy the Kid and see what happens. You know what I mean?
Who is it?
I'm trying to think who is it. He goes around like Miami. He's just walking around like, "Make me laugh, you get 100. Make me laugh, you get 200." Like, he's pretty popular. So I gotta get his name, but man, I'm looking forward for Billy to get on there.
He running to the right one. Because that's how Michael Collier started in California, homeless on the beach, and he was homeless. And he would go out to the beach, and he would just. I mean, whether he was paying attention or not, he has material in abundance, and like there is no ending like with his material. and people start tipping him, you know, and like he came up off of telling jokes at the beach.
Much, you know what I mean? So much to say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one thing I respect about material and keep it all in, knowing to do at what moment.
So them dudes like that, like Netflix paid Dave Chappelle, it's like what 40 million, something like that, to do a certain amount of Netflix specials. That's when he did Sticks and Stones, like all them other ones, and he banged them all out in like a month. Yeah, they had to pay him immediately. They like, what the fuck? They like, yo, yo, they like normally that shit take 2-3 years. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you gotta every couple of months or something. He knocked them shits out in like a week.
When I was looking on Netflix, and then he was just dropping them. Boom.
Yeah, and everything was new material. Like those the ones right there. Like that. I don't know how they brain work. I don't know how they do it, but that whole hour was nothing like the last hour, and that was nothing like that last hour.
Sick. That's some sick shit.
You know it
Bro,
is. One question I wanted to ask you, man, something that, you know, this is one of my two favorites. I want to see who you think is the better comedian at the moment. Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, huge debate. You know what I'm saying? From people who I know who rock with comedy. I mean, other than you got your Mike Epps, you got your, you know what I mean? But Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, who you think's the better guy, man? You know, being from a comedian yourself.
Well, I'm gonna say Kevin for a lot of different reasons.
Okay.
You know? I mean, just like, oh man, just like individual wise, like for one, Kev is a good marketing genius.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
movie, man.
He's stamped on everything, and like his hustle is crazy. And I don't take nothing away from Cat Williams, but it comes down to a demeanor thing too. Mm-hmm. And Cat Williams could easily. He could have easily messed his brand up with some of the things and stuff that he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Fighting on stage with Beanie Siegel and them.
Fighting a little kid.
They fighting a kid.
Getting choked out by a little kid.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah.
Got choked out?
Yeah.
That's right. That was a while back.
Man,
He's Kevin all around pretty much.
And,
that movie came out, man.
So many different things. Now he could always come back and reinvent himself. You know, like he has a comeback.
He just got a new one. He just got the new one out.
Yeah. Called World War III or something along those lines. But
got you.
Yeah. So he's coming back. I don't take nothing away from him, from his comedic genius or none of that stuff, man. But and Kev is just about, you know, branding himself, man. Because at one point, Cat Williams was in competition with Kev, and it was kind of getting ugly. Like he was calling him out, and he was kind of trolling him here and there, and you know, like Kev just
really competition, man. This shit is no joke in the comedy world. I'm starting to like, you want to go out there and really shut it down. Almost like you're in a rap battle league or some type of sport. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So that's dope, man. So I wanted to ask you before we go into our next intermission, female comedian, who is Billy the Kid's favorite female, man?
Man, I gotta keep it home team, man. And go with my girl Samora, man, because she's from Trenton.
Samora, okay, from Trenton. That's what I'm saying. Everybody he's mentioning.
That's a legend.
Make sure, and then we got Laughing Stock Part 2. You know, we would love to have him. You know what I mean? To keep him going, man.
Word, yeah, man.
We'd love to have these people.
Yeah, Samora, man. And shout out to her, man, because I ran into her a couple of times, man. But the very first time I ever met Samora in person, we was walking around at a carnival in Trenton, and I never knew it was her the whole time. I never knew it was her until after we had left. But my cousins and them knew her, and she once when we was at the carnival, and she might have been with like 2 or 3 people. And when she met me and my cousins and them, because they all of their family stayed in the same area, our crew merged with their crew, and we walked around the carnival that whole night. And all I could remember to myself was, who is this? Like, this lady is gorgeous. I didn't know that was Samora, because Samora had short hair. She was always rowdy on stage, like all this other stuff, man. But like this lady had a weave in. She had a weave in. Makeup was all done. She was all quiet and soft spoken. But the whole time it was like, you know who that is, right? I'm like, nah. They like, that's Samora. I'm like, oh shit. Damn, man, she can get the business. Shit.
You already know.
Thinking of the cool type
man, look, never know.
So you seen her on stage? Like she just holds it down?
Yeah. She's a beast, man. She got specials. She got specials, and she got a lot of comedians. She took comedians on tour with her to open up for her.
Speaking of tour, is Billy the Kid playing in something? We got something for the people.
Man, I'm on a little small tour right now, man.
Okay, dope. What's the tour? Tell to the people, man.
Hey, listen, man. Like right. So right now, like it's basically just a bunch of events and stuff that I got, coming up, man. So the 3 that I could think of is actually tomorrow I'm kicking off my room, comedy room, which is a open showcase for comedians only. You know, so if you feel like you got skills or you want to tell some jokes or whatever the case may be, man, we'll be rocking out Joe's Mill Hill at Trenton, New Jersey. Shout out to my niece. Yeah, my niece just tuned in. Me and her we used to crack with each other too, man. So she helped build a lot of me too. So but we got a showcase in Trenton, man, Joe's Mill Hill Saloon. And we're doing the showcase tomorrow, man. If you feel like you got jokes or you funny, whatever, come on through, because guess what? Hey, look, we just waiting on you. Everything already ready. The microphones, DJ, all of that. We just waiting on you to come on down, show us what you got. April 16th, I will be rocking out in Bordentown, opening up for Smokey Suarez. And fresh off of that show, I'm jumping right on the highway and coming down to the
Loose Vegan Cafe, man. Beverly, New Jersey, baby.
Beverly, New Jersey, which really ain't that far. Ain't that far. Yeah. So this month is busy for me, but not as busy as my man Top Flight, man. I need to be on.
Shout out to Top Flight, man. We definitely want to talk. Try to get you on the podcast too.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, that's my dad's birthday too. April 16th, rest his soul.
Okay, oh man. Oh, we gonna
no, wait, hold on, don't feel bad. My pop was a comedian. He was a comedian too.
Okay.
So hey, yo, I
just lost my pops.
So hey, dig though. So I did my pop's eulogy.
Okay.
So I did my pop's eulogy, man. And, a couple days before I did his eulogy, we was doing all the plans at the funeral home, and the director said every now and then, it was like funerals are always sad and everybody's crying and it's so morbid. They said, but every now and then, that one person come through and change all the energy and change all the dynamics. And they was like, you that one. They was like, so when you do your dad's eulogy, they said it's like, we're going to close the doors and we're going to put the intercom, like the speakers on, so you could hear it, throughout the building. And I went in and somebody told me, I was getting calls from Texas, Virginia, all of that. They was like, yo, I heard you did your pop a lot of justice, man. Like, yo, like, it ain't even feel like we was at a funeral. Like, I feel like we was at a roast for a comedian. And my sister even had to give me the light. Like, I did like a good 15 up there, man, just pretty much honoring my pop, man. And it was a show. Yeah, it was a show, man, because hey, look, my niece said best eulogy ever. Word. Because at the end of the day, man, not all funerals and stuff gotta be sad. You know what I mean? Like, like, down south, they celebrate, man. They put the casket up on their shoulders. Like when you go down like New Orleans and stuff like that, they got a band, man. Bro, I'm just saying, don't march with me.
They can do this shit like this. They have you sitting just like this. That's how they be on the funerals.
Yo,
you sitting there just
on motorcycles, playing cards, all that shit. Yeah. But look, my thing is, man, yo, if you gonna dance with me, don't drop me.
Come on, Dad, right there.
What's going on, man?
That's crazy. I didn't know you did that,
man. So
that's dope though. You got to do that.
It's my pop. A lot of this is my pop. Yo, it's so many different elements.
Comedian though?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What did he go by?
He was funny around the house. You know what I mean? Like he was funny in the kitchen, but without that wouldn't be this. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
my pop, like I got bits and pieces from everybody I encountered, from my mom to my dad to my niece to a lot of my friends on my timeline. Like I took bits and pieces from everybody and made me. You know what I mean? Like so, like can't nobody say I took that person's style. No, I got too many styles. That I'm like, bro, I got my niece is witty, real witty, and so I had to get that. My mom is like bullheaded. She just runs straight through. I had to get that. Yeah. My pop is so resilient and diverse with his jokes. I had to get that. You know what I'm saying? Then, it was people that I just vibed with. You know what I mean? So it's like regular conversations. I'm thinking about, I'm like, yo, you will never say that again. So I'm going to use it. Because you're not going to use it on stage. You know, man, yo, listen, you don't gotta worry about you know how many conversations I've been in, and somebody says something, and I know it ain't nobody's joke, and they ain't get it from it's literally from them, and I'm like, yeah, I need that. I'm gonna give you the credit. I'm gonna give you the credit for it, but I need that. Yeah, there's a
lot of talent out there, man. But we here with Billy the Kid, man, Trenton, New Jersey. We're gonna get into our break. Happy birthday, Platinum VVS. This is the Kennel Podcast. No Bart.
All but.
No Bart.
All but.
Let's get it, man. We out of here. I had to get off the live. It went on my live.
We clown everybody ever about, from topics to sports, music of all sorts. streets, we coming with mad heat. Craig Knox, Reds burning me. Platinum BBS and black Elo King.
Yep, dope. Got one more segment and we'll close out. You got some jokes on deck?
Hey, listen, yo, I could, man, but
Just a couple, and then I'll go into the last 3 questions.
I'll be having a lot of beefs.
Yeah, good.
It's
How about a story? You got a funny story?
Absolutely.
All right. We'll do a funny story, then a couple more questions, and then we out of here, yeah? Appreciate you coming by, bro. Great time. First time interviewing a comedian, you know? Shout out to Platinum VVS, man. Video chat, man,
Make room for a giant, do this effortless without trying. While real niggas is dying, we just stacking up and supplying. We praying we can just get out of this trap, cause niggas relying on stimulus checks, they iron every pocket loading up iron. Fuck niggas get exposed back to back, that's how the set roll. Making hits for my next show, label popping like let's go. Came a long way from jumping on the metro. Now we getting that big roll, and our pockets full, you already know. I got no time for the drama, only focus on commas. I'ma shock around you for honest. I ain't caring, nigga, like Donna. I'm the one they should honor. Always counting them dollars. Always turning dollars. Bitch, souls and rock wallets.
Damn,
And all my dogs really is riders. We'll kill again with no problem. Tell me, kill them, that I
got him. All I spit is flame. All I spit is flame.
Happy birthday, dog. Change.
All I spit is flame. All I spit is flame.
And everybody here know my name.
All I spit is flame. All I spit is flame.
Everybody here know my name.
All I spit is flame. All I spit is flame.
And niggas know the game about to change.
All I spit is flame. All I spit is flame. Get your name. Change with the change. We don't spit the same. Quick exchange. Even if it rain, I can give you game. And then we still be live. And if we switching planes, shit's insane. Full scene, it's a game. You pick the flow, it's rising. I'm known for rhyming. Put my broom to the back. It's prone to violence. My criteria is all I'm silent. Watch over piranhas, they biting everything. You try to pull the cards, they swiping everything. Shining like my wifey pricey wedding ring. Bet that fresh knives is jet black. AC loud, got me flying like a jetpack. When it's on fight, now I'm higher than an Empire State. So rock the bait, try fake, got a lion face. I can't hibernate, time to wake up, cause I cannot be late. I said I'm real, but my pot realer. Got fire like a pot dealer. They don't call me Craig, they call me Godzilla.
Yeah, I snapped on that shit. I snapped on that track. That was me rapping. Yeah.
All I spit is flame. All I spit is flame. And everybody here know my name.
All I spit is flame. All I spit is flame.
Everybody here know my name.
All I spit is flame. All I spit is flame.
And niggas know the game about to change.
I'm gonna play all P shit. Why not? Let him show me some love, okay. The Kennel Podcast, man. No bark, all bite. 856-964-9263. Call in, man.
I'm that nigga and I meant that. He hating on me hard, but now he cannot get his bitch back. Copper back and then I flip that. He dropping all these
Billy the Kid.
I told that bitch I'm too official for. I beat that pussy up, she called me back and then I just ignored. I be stunting like my fucking father. Automatics mandatory, but I stay with that revolver. Low key, fuck the loud shit. He smoking hella Reggie while I'm blowing on this loud bitch. Every call we got wild tit, nigga. Drinking Casamigos, smoking rush until I'm wild bitch. Fresh like I got a stylist. And I will fuck little mama, but the bus got too much mileage. Lace her up, now she a proud bitch. Before I bend you over, had her knees down on the ground, bitch. She out here looking like she praying. Sloppy toppy got me feeling like a fucking maiden. Just go outside, stay in. Bring the bulls outside and niggas know my team ain't fucking playing. I'm that nigga and I meant that. He been hating on me hard, but now he cannot get his bitch back. Copper back and then I flip that. He dropping all these mixtapes, but his song is fucking wizard. I'm that nigga and I meant that. He hating on me hard, but now he cannot get his bitch back. Copper back and then I flip that. He dropping all these mixtapes, but his sauce is fucking wizard. Casamigos, I got Henny. I think that nigga mad cause this bitch tryna get kizzy. Talking about how I got plenty. All my bitches bad, all my hoes pretty. I got hundreds, I got 50. I was fucked up when I started, now I'm in and out the city.
Everybody on the live, man. Salute to y'all. Tuning in.
Probably with your sister getting drippy. Smoking 50. I don't trust her, so I bought the sticky.
Remember the old game, up high, down, low, too slow? Real shit. My daughter comes up to me, she says, I got one for you, daddy.
Yeah, we here,
Remember
man.
the old game, up high, down, low, too slow?
We here, man. The Kennel podcast. No bark.
All bite.
No bark.
All bite.
As you heard, man, Billy the Kid, Thomas, we in the building, stand-up comedian, Trenton, New Jersey, man. We glad to have you here, man. had to come in with a nice little clip. You know what I mean?
Like I said, man, all inspired by true events.
That's dope.
True story,
true
too.
story.
Yeah. I was getting my hair done, and my daughter did, that little thing. But when she went to kick, she kicked the bottom of the chair, and I ain't think nothing of it. I just kept scrolling in my phone. So my hairdresser was like, "Yo, you gotta make that a joke." Like my hairdresser was cracking up laughing. It was like, "You gotta make that a joke." Like, you don't just realize what happens. I'm like, "Oh wait, what just happened?" Your daughter did the up high down low and kicked the. I'm like, "All right, yeah. Let me try
That
that."
was a nice little clip, man. I like that.
Yeah, see, like, oh, look, it'd be the golden stuff, like the stuff that's gold, like really go past. Because I probably had plenty of scenarios where I didn't have nobody to tap me on the shoulder, like, "Yo, make that one funny."
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, tapping on the shoulder and like giving guidance, man. Since that's what you're doing with me being new in this. What's the advice Billy the Kid has for up and coming comedian, man, coming up? What's the advice, man? Being that you've been done so much, been around so many people, what's your advice, man, for them going forward?
All right, so what I did for one in particular person, I ain't gonna say the name due to branding and promotion and all of that other stuff, but this one person had came up to me and asked me the same thing. It was like, "Yo, like, how do I get into this and how do I make my marks?" I said, "I'm gonna give you everything that it took me the last basically 12 years to do, and I'm gonna cram it into 15 minutes for you." So I was like, for one, what you want to do? I was like, you want to create your own revenue, whether you're funny or not. See, right now, it's like, this person had momentum behind them. Momentum is uncles, aunts, cousins, all of that. So you could capitalize off that immediately, especially for people realize you funny, or let's just say people realize you ain't so funny, but you got a lot of support. So what you need to do is come up with a clothing line, put your brand on it, and whatever your slogan is, make that it. You know what I mean? So when you stamp it, that's yours. You know what I'm saying? So I said, do that. Come out with a DVD. Because at the time DVDs was jumping.
Oh yeah,
and
DVD era, yeah.
And I was like, that's how you create your own revenue. But at the same time, you got to start telling people what you want. For your talents. You know what I mean? So like somebody book you or whatever the case may be. You. Like whether you're generous, because there's some people that's assholes with their prices. They assholes, they don't want to go down. Then you got some that's generous and they compromise. You know what I'm saying? But like, then I see the other side of that machine. People who are famous, like famous already. Like that machine is like there's nobody to mediate they price going up or down. That's what you pay to book them. You know what I mean? And I've seen acts get booked, which I'm like, damn, that could send these people to the poorhouse. But that was your decision to book this person. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say no names, but a comedian got booked for $5,000 and literally did like less than a half hour, so that's $5,000 for a half hour. The limo and stuff paid for all to transport them to the next state to do another show where they're about to make.
But the thing is, how was the crowd though? Like, what was the money back? If they made 15, 10.
Nah,
10,
yo, listen, 5,000. Yeah, they, I mean, booking the establishment for the place that they was at. That's not included with paying the 5,000 for this particular comedian.
Okay.
And then on top of that, you paying for their expenses from when they plane land. You know what I mean? So it's like when they plane landed, y'all booked the limo to bring them here to this establishment.
Whoever did it ain't that stupid.
It took an L. It took an L. You know what I mean? But I mean, like I've seen events take L's on a larger scale, on a real big scale where
you can tell
something ain't
around this thing, man. Like, that's great. That's why it's perfect. We have Billy first because I knew Billy he's been in it, man. He's been doing it.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, what is the furthest state in USA, around the world, anywhere? What's the furthest that you performed at? What's the furthest state you performed at from Jersey?
As of right now, look, I'm gonna be real. The furthest that I could have, I'm gonna start with that one first.
No worries.
I'm gonna start with that one first. The furthest that I could have went was California. The furthest that I still can go is California. Okay. And right now, like my potential, like where I know, like if I call these people, I know I could have a room there. So I could do Cali and I could do Atlanta, hands down, between Cali and Atlanta. But the furthest I went was to the Poconos. And I was already on vacation. And they happened to have a comedy room there. And I did their room and I actually got acquainted with, other comedians that I'm friends with now. But in my case, to me, like my kids were small, and I never want like I never wanted to leave my kids for a long period of time.
Yeah, no,
Personally,
sure, yeah.
you know, because I didn't want other relatives to bear that responsibility. And then like if I'm on the road, whatever, I'm just constantly thinking about them. I call it corny or whatever the case may be. I don't know what it is about me. I don't know what that was about me. But now, on the other hand, I basically have a teenager. I have a teenager and a very, very self-sufficient other kid, man. And I'm about to start leaving their asses like crazy now. You know what I mean? So yeah. So
time to rock out, time to show face, rock out.
So
now, if it came down to it and put in position, are you opposed to performing overseas?
I haul ass.
Okay.
I'll haul ass. I mean, like
As long
I'm
as
telling you,
you're
like
diverse,
the only reason
reach that demographic.
the only reason that I didn't, and I turned down shows, I turned down cruises, I turned down all of that, and didn't feel bad about it. I actually didn't feel bad. Like, yo, this one, like, this is a cruise. This cruise is going to be like in South Carolina, yada yada yada. And I'm like, hey, look, like my kid's almost there. Like, see me next year. See me next year. Atlanta. I get calls for Atlanta, the Uptown Comedy Club that my cousin run down there, who book everybody from Nephew Tommy to John Witherspoon. Like, they get big names down there. He's begging me to come down there, and that's about to be in the works.
That's about to be a big
Have you ever performed at Helium?
Nah.
I heard that's a real dope spot, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start branching out to that between Helium, Punchline, the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, all of that. Because
there's so many lanes, man. So many
venues. And plus another thing is I wanted to be sure about a set. And I did a DVD special. And it was an hour long. It was an hour-long special, and my material was over an hour basically. But then from that hour, we narrowed it down. So my real footage, my DVD is like 45 minutes. But I just wanted to see if I could do an hour, and I'm well capable of doing 2, 3, like however long I feel like talking. And I'm gonna get the laughs. Yeah, So I wanted to set that if I did go on the road, this is what I'm gonna hit them with. You know what I mean? Whether I'm in New York, hit him with this.
No matter where you're at.
Here, I'm gonna hit him with this. I'm gonna hit him with this, and then just keep on expanding on it. But I have a set. I actually have a set that I'm very comfortable with, that I'm very confident with. And if I get in front of people who I know I don't know, I'm gonna beat them over the head with it.
In fact, I mean, there's gonna be people on the 16th that you don't know at our show, 100%.
Yeah,
100%, because it's a whole different gang coming up. Like,
but what's gonna make it worse for them? It's gonna make it real bad for them because I'm already working on new stuff. You know what I mean? Like my set, I've had my set for like the past 2 years now. And what's going to mess them up is I'm already working on some new stuff. I got like my last 2 years, I've been doing my thing, doing my thing with my set inside comedy rooms. But for me to add on to it as well, I'm like, y'all about to get a whole new wave of stuff. I might even be surprised what the hell come out of my mouth this time.
I can't wait, man. We're honored to have you. Where does Billy the Kid see himself in the next 5 years, man?
In the next 5 years, man, just like right now, as quiet as I'm branding myself, man. So definitely not where I'm at, like as far as a standpoint in comedy now. Like every year is to be better or do better than what you was doing, last year. You know what I mean? And like when I look back and I'm like, well, damn, I made it to this person, cool. Well, damn, this year it was Michael Blackson. Like, all right, bet. So now I gotta constantly top that. Now I might not see, I ain't gonna say this. Like I might not do a show with Michael Blackson again, but when it comes down to like material or like whatever, I got that confidence to know that I'm like, I could get that at any time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I could make it 10 hard. Yeah, we could rock out the same rooms because at the end of the day, like 1.5, 2 years ago, that material was kind of premature to me, and he loved it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I'm always constantly expanding. You know what I mean? So 5 years from now, wow. I do see myself having the confidence. So hopefully, like the material, like the platform I need catches up to me. So, basically, yeah.
All right. Well, our plan is to try to, we new to this comedy lane. Our plan is to go all over the place with it. So we're gonna bring Billy the Kid with us, man. So you know what I mean? So we have, man, Billy the Kid, the Laughing Stock, April 16th.
April 16th.
You want to give some shout outs, man? Anybody out there, man?
Listen, man, shout out to everybody that had tuned in, man. Like it was booming. It was booming at a minute. I was just us right now, but that's all that
good.
that's all that mattered. That's all that mattered, man. That
We're sharing it, baby. It's all good.
yeah, man. You know, people, man, came in, man. You know, definitely had feedback, showed love, all of that interacted, man. So shout out to them, man. Of course, shout out to, you know, my family, my kids, all of that. Definitely. Like I said, I'm about to be leaving y'all asses soon. So, you know, whenever these promoters, whenever these promoters start calling me, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. They good. They all right now.
Billy the Kid, Billy _ Thomas, man. Find him everywhere. Trenton, New Jersey is where he's from, but he's going worldwide with it, man. You already know. You can catch him one of the headliners, main events, along with Pretty Smiles. April 16th, La Luz Vegan Cafe, 313 Warren Street, Beverly, New Jersey. The Laughing Stock, man. Billy, it's been a pleasure. We appreciate you, man.
Listen, thank y'all for having me, man. I appreciate
all
y'all,
day.
man.
This is the Kennel Podcast.
Thank you.
Now, Billy, real quick, when I say no bark, say all bite, man. No bark.
All bite.
No bark.
All bite.
You hear it, man. Kennel Podcast. My name is Craig Lynch. We got Blackavelli in the building. Happy birthday, Platinum VVS. Next week, we have Kareen Hughes and Andy Koch coming in to tell some jokes. It's going to be crazy. They're also on the Laughing Stock Show. Queen of the Stock, all that. The week after we off, and then we come in with some beat battles, Logic the Beat Man, the whole nine. Kennel Podcast, we're going to hit you with a lot more. Shout out to everybody. Riz Burner, Platinum VVS, Blackavelli, Craig Lynch, Knox Carter. See y'all next week, man. WCMD Media. Peace.
The Kennel, we hit. New podcast, exclusive to the Black. Shout out all the people who on the Kennel, all the hosts.
Let's see what he said.
The moral of the story is the Kennel's a threat. Just me and all my dogs, we coming up.
All right.